All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachakwadash. Double honors unto our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Much peace and blessings to all you sincere Akim out there that's pushing this 100% truth with all sincerity, faith, with charity. This is your brother Ash from the Great Millstone Miami Camp, coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying unto the elect. This is going to be a quick lesson, something I was meditating on through the Spirit, something that we should all know again, but just reminding the flock to keep these things on our mind so that we won't be taken aback as these prophecies continue to come to pass. Okay, and I don't have too many scriptures lined up, but I want to start by saying these prophecies, we're not exempt from these prophecies. Okay, we're not immune to the things that are about to go down, so to speak. These prophecies will affect us too. All right, just as much as they're going to affect these people in the world, they're going to affect us too. They're going to disrupt our lives. It's going to bring chaos into our lives. But we don't give a damn. We don't care. Okay? Like, remember years back, going to camp, down here in Miami, people used to engage us quite a bit. They don't engage us no more. They don't really engage us like that no more down here. Okay, but one question that people would always ask, especially back when we used to have the different signs, the missile sign, right? Or we talk about America being destroyed with nuclear missiles. People will say, well, what you gonna do? Well, they'll say, well, don't you live in America? Why would you want that to happen? Yes, we live in America. Okay, but we still want America to be destroyed. Okay, first and foremost, we're vexed. We're sighing and crying in this place. We want this place to go down, which the scriptures say that's going to be a sign, a token of the chosen men. Okay, they're going to be sighing and crying. They're going to be very displeased and disenchanted with this society, okay, called America, which is really called Babylon the Great in the Holy Scriptures. Okay, so as these different prophecies come to pass, like the collapsing of the dollar, the collapsing of the financial infrastructure of the world, which is propped up by the US dollar. So when the dollar goes down, the whole world economy, the whole global economy is going to go to shit instantly. Okay, that's going to affect us. All right, even after that, when they start rolling out the digital ID and however they do it, which we see these different countries around the world are pushing that digital ID, getting ready for the Mark of the Beast system, which Mark of the Beast is mainstream news at this point. Everybody's talking about it because everybody can see it. The only people that can't see it is these pseudo-Israelite groups. Okay? And we call you pseudo-Israelites because you're not the Israel of the Most High. I'll put it like that. You're just, like the Apostle Tar says, they're just Israelites. They're not the prophets. They're not the men of the Lord. Okay? A lot of them took a bag too. Okay? Because it's hard to explain how you got these people in the world that can clearly see it, but you so-called Israelites, so-called men of God cannot see it. It's crazy. Okay? But we see this system being set in place, and when it's actually set in place, we're gonna be outside of that system. Just like you see right now in China with the social credit system, you got plenty of people that's like the Apostle Hart went into not long ago. It showed a clip. There are a lot of people that's just deleted basically out of the system. They can't buy anything, they can't sell anything, they can't do shit. So they just living on the streets. Okay, which the scriptures say we're gonna be moving as pilgrims. All right, the scriptures say we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. Roughly paraphrasing, that's in Hebrews 13, I believe. So that's why another point in prophecy is the scriptures say many shall be offended. That's in, I believe, Matthew the 24th chapter. All right, Yahushua said many is going to be offended. Brother's going to betray brother. Right? Because when these things really, it's easy to speak these prophecies right now. It's easy to proclaim Yasharallah right now. Because the demonization ain't really start for real. And the prophecies ain't really hitting like that for real. Okay, all this is the beginning of sorrows. But when shit really hit the fan, that's when your faith is really going to be tested. That's when it's really going to be made manifest what you were doing the whole time. Okay? Because the scriptures say what? The Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Okay? The scriptures also say, let us not be weary in well doing, for we shall reap if we faint not, roughly paraphrasing. So we have to keep pushing and investing every spiritual ounce that we have, all our talents, all our spiritual tokens. We got to keep investing in this work of the Lord, because we're gonna reap very soon, but we can't faint. The scriptures say, woe to him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended. That's in Sirach 2. So we have to be mindful of this, but also there's nothing to be afraid of, there's nothing to fear. All right, like right now, what's going on? They shutting off the food stamps and whatnot with this government shutdown, right? They're not necessarily putting into laws that they taking food stamps off the books. Well, we see they don't have to do that. All they got to do is shut the government down long enough, and then bam. So with this government shutdown, we gonna see what's gonna happen out of this. If they don't open back up the government, it's gonna be a lot of chaos ensuing real quick, real soon. Why? Because not only people not going to be able to the people that's on the food stamps not going to be able to purchase food like they are used to. The people that's working in the food stamp office not going to get a check. A lot of these federal workers not going to be able to pay for their food. So it's going to be chaos on both sides. Right? You just had did all these No Kings protests yesterday. That's 2nd Esdras, 15th chapter, 16th chapter. Sedition of men. Right? So, again, these prophecies are going to affect us too. It's gonna, it's gonna make our lives harder, very hard. But then again, the Lord is gonna be with us, but we have to maintain our faith. We gotta go through it to get to it. That's just how it go. Okay. This is Hebrews chapter 4. And verse 12, for the word of the Most High is quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. The NLT says, for the word of the Most High is alive and powerful. It is sharper than the sharpest two-edged sword, cutting between soul and spirit, between joint and marrow. It exposes our innermost thoughts and desires. You see that? So this word, it pierces through anything. There's nothing impenetrable when it comes to the sword of the spirit. That includes us. So everything is affected by this word. Everything is marching to the tune of prophecy. And there's nothing anybody can do to step outside of it. So how you react towards this word shows your heart. It shows, as it says in the NLT, it exposes our innermost thoughts and desires. So when we say these prophecies will affect us too, but we don't give a damn, that shows you that our hearts are pure. That shows you that we want whatever the will of the Lord is. Just like Yahushua was in the Garden of Gethsemane and he prayed to the Lord thrice to take that cup away from him, the cup of what he was about to go through. He said what? Nevertheless, let your will be done. Talking to the Father, Yahweh. So he didn't want to go through what he was going to go through. It was going to be painful. It was going to be embarrassing, humiliating, excruciating, shameful. But he understood that it was bigger than him. That it was what the Father wanted. So he said, well, it is what it is. So that's how we have to be. We were about to catch hell. Okay? And like it says in 2 Ezra, the 14th chapter, there be more evils that shall be done hereafter. All right, get your house in order. Prepare your mind. Okay, don't be naive about the situation that we're in. Because perception is everything. If you underestimate what's about to go down, it can really shake you up. We have to be real with ourselves and real with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai about our case, so we can properly prepare our minds and our spirits and pray and ask the Lord for all the spiritual fortitude that we're going to need to endure to the end. It's the reason why Yahweh Shai stressed endurance, and he that endureth to the end shall be saved. You're going to have to endure something. It's not going to be easy. So we know all this and still are like, bring it on. That shows you that our hearts are pure. The people in this world, they don't want what's about to go down to go down. They don't want the will of the Lord to come to pass. The elites, right? You got certain level, high level Freemasons and people in secret societies. They know World War III is coming, but they don't want it to come because they don't want their world to end. They don't want. You see, they building up this place, Babylon the Great, and building. Like down here in Miami, they just building. Just when you thought they can't build no more, they building. They don't. You know, you might have the super duper elite. They're of course they're funding this World War III. They want World War III. But you got lower level luminaries. They don't want to see America go. But fuck them. It's not about what they want. Okay, it's not about what we want. It's about what Yahweh Bashem Yahushai wants. And whatever he wants, we cool with that. Okay. So that's just something. All I really wanted to say. Lord willing, was edifying. With that, I'm gonna say, call all Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Shalom.